At the height of the Jim Crow era, the Texas fighter, boxing legend Jack Johnson would become the first African-American heavyweight boxing champion. But his success in the ring came to an abrupt halt when Johnson was convicted of violating the Mann Act, accused of transporting a white woman across state lines for immoral purposes. He would spend time behind bars. A century on, our partners at WPIX have delved very deeply into the case and the renewed efforts to deliver justice to Jack Johnson. Let's take a look.
This is common sense. There should be not a reason to hesitate to pardon Jack Johnson.
Throughout our series of reports this week, we have heard from a variety of voices weighing in on what is universally viewed as a great injustice in our nation's history.
The fact is that there was a racially motivated crime committed, and it's criminal when you put an innocent person in jail, and that needs to be rectified.
That includes U.S. Senator John McCain from Arizona and Congressman Peter King of Long Island, who did not pull any punches with us in categorizing Jack Johnson's life.
First black heavyweight champion and also blackballed.
Historian Teresa Runstetler of American University, the author of an award-winning book on Johnson, summed up his federal prosecution in the simplest of terms.
He was wrongly convicted for something that he did not actually do.
We even heard a voice from beyond the grave.
Let me tell you, man, I feel strongly about this.
The late Ken Thompson, former Brooklyn district attorney, who overturned an unprecedented 21 wrongful convictions in less than 3 years in office. He went on the record with us 3 months before his unexpected death, sharing his intentions to help Johnson receive a pardon.
So I'm determined to do my part as the Brooklyn DA, someone who believes in fundamental fairness.
And the WPIX investigation has been led by the reporting team of Jay Dow, Mario Diaz, and James Ford. I'm pleased to welcome them all back here to the program. Gentlemen, always good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Jack.
Mario, let me start with you. What was it about the Jack Johnson story that said to all of you, we need to take a hard look at this?
I first learned about Jack Johnson as a 7th grader growing up just south of Galveston, Texas, learning about Texas history in middle school. And I was a big boxing fan, always been. It's been something I've been able to follow throughout my journalism career. And when I decided to say we should revisit this, because we had done a story about this back in 2011, but really revisit it, I wanted to get my colleagues involved because James and Jay, I figured, would be the perfect type of team that we can, because this is not a simple story for one person to tackle.
James, how much did you know about this, and what did you learn about the Jack Johnson story that you didn't know?
You know what I learned is that, and even though you're asking me, I'd love for Jay to jump in on this, because what I didn't realize was that the family of Jack Johnson had never really been fully brought in on the effort to clear their loved one's name. And here we are more than a century later, and the blemish is still on them. I was amazed to find this was the case, and really Jay did a yeoman's job looping them in.
You would think that the first place they would go would be to the family.
We spoke with the great-great-niece of Jack Johnson, and she showed us a letter from one of the lead producers from filmmaker Ken Burns' producing team, basically flat out apologizing for failing to find living descendants of Jack Johnson. Descendants of Jack Johnson have felt for the longest time that they've just been left out in the cold. Yes, there have been congressional efforts to try to get a pardon for Jack Johnson, but here we have living flesh and blood that would make a stronger case for a pardon, and they were left out of the process.
Is it that simple? Mario, let me ask you this.
It's not. How many topics today in our nation's capital have bipartisan support? Basically a handful. I mean, full bipartisan support. Senators Reid, McCain, across the aisle, bitter enemies at times, but together they were fighting on this, as well as Representative King and Representative Meeks here out of New York. It's not been an easy fight. And as we found out, we traveled to 5 states, District of Columbia, spoke to everybody we could possibly find that has ties to this. When Eric Holder told us at the DNC convention in an interview that he was unfairly convicted, that was a key part of this series for us, and we realized that it's a tough fight, but that's a nugget that we can actually hang our hat on here, because the former Attorney General of the United States is stating that this man was unfairly convicted, but then he added a little bit more to it.
There you go. And if I may jump in on that, another challenge, to answer your question, has been bridging the family with the Oval Office. And that bridge has come in the form of this Harvard law professor, Ronald Sullivan, who is an expert on posthumous pardons and has the knowledge, clearly.
Gentlemen, great reporting. Just a fascinating story, has been for so long, and we're so delighted to get you guys in here.